This is the trades I took today with the S, because I ended up taking two trades. But I'll go over my first trade, and then I'll go over the second. So first trade was basically off of this order. This for value gap. Boom. And we also, I thought bias was pretty bullish. That's why I entered bias again down here. But we had this like SFP, just like a liquidity sweep pre-market, kind of like London session. So boom, liquidity right here, swept it. Also coming into this 4-hour for value gap which is like super bullish for me. And yeah, I was really expecting higher prices, at least a sweep of this liquidity. So that's why the main reason I entered buys. I basically just entered off of a 1 minute for value gap. So we had, I don't know, you could like count this as it's like a weird for value gap. It's like a kind of like a gap just right here in price. Just like it's just wicks, it's no bodies. So I entered right here and price respected it, and I basically just got filled up here, even though I entered at the closure of the candle. And then I basically just had my TP1 at liquidity. Yeah, we got stopped out pretty quickly. One thing that I should have honestly watched out for was news. I didn't think news would. I knew it would affect market, but I didn't think it would be that much. Where it just started the new price. But yeah, that was basically the trade. Look, like if I show you like the 1 minute, like you will see why. I don't know, it was just like insane. I've never seen something like that. Like literally minute before the candle before news, like look at this drop. Like it's insane. And then like this was the candle news, so I pushed a little bit lower. And we started coming back up, so I was like, oh, it's a bullish news, so I just like kept it. And yeah, it turned out to be bearish news, even though news was bullish. It was bearish. Oop, my bad. It was somehow bearish. But I re-entered after we kind of came into day open. Sorry for the breathing. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I'm like gassed. I don't know why. But we came into day open, and we also kind of like tapped into this like order block, you could say. This is a 15-minute order block, but there was a 1 hour order block right here that price was looking out of, so that was like super bullish for me. So I basically just entered again off a 1 minute for value gap. I definitely could have gotten a better entry, which was, I was kind of like off the charts at that time. But I definitely could have gotten like a little bit of a better entry right here. No, yeah, right here. Just because for value gap. But I basically entered, boom, for value gap fill. I basically entered right here on this candle closure. And yeah, I'm targeting liquidity. Also targeting the daily equilibrium, which I think did get, I'm not even too sure. Oh no, day equilibrium is right here, I think. Yeah. Here. We'll mark that out. At 28. I don't know where to take profits, honestly. I want to take profits as liquidity, but I don't know. We'll see. I also do like this like little 15-minute for value gap. If we can tap into here, I'll definitely take profits here. But yeah, that was basically the trade. I think I'm just gonna hold it out. I kind of want to move stocks to break even, but it's like if we break like this fair value gap and start pushing up, we made a higher low here, but I think I don't know. I'll see if when I move this stock to break even. I do like this little range right here. So I don't know. We'll wait and see what kind of happens. It still looks bullish to me. We're just having like a little bit of a retracement for higher. Like we could see something like, oof. Yeah, let me lock this. We could see something like this, just like a little push up, push down, maybe come like consolidate and then just like rip up for London session. Yeah, that was like the one thing that I do need to keep in mind, like for like big calendar events, just wait for news to come out, because that could have been a loss that could have been prevented, and and we could have just taken this. But yeah, overall structure for me is still bullish, so I'll keep on holding it until the market says otherwise. And peace out.
So this is the trade I took Asian session. So pretty much like that's like 6 o'clock for me. But it was a bad trade. It was a L. But I kind of want to go over just my thesis and then like what maybe could have been wrong. And just this video, I was watching this video of I'm not sure what his name is. He's a crypto guy. His name is it's not Donald, it's Gred or whatever. And he was just basically talking about something that I've kind of saw on this chart. I don't know, it's just like a theory, I guess. It's not really anything crazy, but I kind of want to talk about it as well. Just to like maybe kind of like think of it while you're trading. But for me, overall structure was bullish, and my reasoning was we had multiple wicks to the upside, showing resistance because of the fair value gap. So just multiple wicks there. But my thesis was we would come down, sweep this liquidity, fill in this fair value gap a little bit more, and then we push up higher. And that's the reason I mainly just took shorts, because we were consolidating above this area, also consolidating in this fair value gap. So that was really my reasoning of taking shorts, even though overall structure was bullish, and I should have just went with what market, had what market saw. And I don't think I'm gonna trade the Asian session anymore, just because it's kind of hard. Because I'm like working around that time. I'll start working around 4-ish. So like Asian session is like during work hours, and I suck at checking charts on my phone. Some people can do it and trade on their phone, but I can't. Like I have to be in front of a computer just because you have more room to see everything. But anyway, that's just like a little excuse. But yeah, I'll see if I trade Asian session. But one thing I should have been watching out for was my thesis on fair value gaps. And this is something I didn't see because I was on my phone. And it's harder to see because on your phone you only see this. Like I swear to you, you only see this. But anyway, that's not an excuse. We had this big 1 hour fair value gap that I should have been watching out for. And we also had multiple 30-minute fair value gaps in this area, just to basically the 1 hour. And I was basically looking for shorts just because I had this short-term liquidity here. And we also had an inverse 15-minute fair value gap here that pushed price lower. I should have saw that 1 hour fair value gap and done what I usually do. Think of what will hold more. What holds more value, a 1 hour fair value gap or a 15-minute? Of course, a 1 hour fair value gap holds a lot more. How do you say it? I don't know how to explain it. A lot more confluence, or a lot more. I don't know what word he used there. But I should have saw this hourly and took longs off this hourly instead of looking for this play. But again, I didn't. And yeah, that was basically the trade. I basically just took it off of a 5-minute fair value gap. And yeah, pretty bad trade. It's like I'm not really like, I don't know. I'd rather lose like this than to lose how I lost yesterday or 2 days ago on Monday, where like my bias is right. I just like kind of like had a bad entry. I'd rather be completely wrong than be right, but wrong, if that makes sense. I don't know, because you can learn from these. When you're like, have a bad entry, sometimes it's hard to learn from them. Because it's like, your entry was good, it was just like price wanted to go lower. But yeah, I mean, that was basically the trade. And the thing that the crypto dude was talking about was these areas of resistance in markets. So like once an area has tapped into a resistance, this is like his theory. Once an area has tapped into the resistance more than 2 or 3 times, price becomes weak in that area. And this is something that this other guy was talking about as well. And once it comes into an area more than like 3 or 4 times, this area becomes super weak. And its tendon, it usually breaks out, if that makes sense. And this is something I should have noticed. Because as you can see, even like, let me see what area can we do. Yeah, I mean, like, even this is like kind of like the same scenario as this. Just this one made like higher lows, lower lows. But again, like, you count like, I don't know, let me see. You count like this area right here. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time it does it, it breaks out. See what I'm saying? So it's definitely something to watch out for. Even this low, look, this low, 1, 2, 3, 4. Price pushed up, but look, it came back down and broke through this area. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Just like watching out for these like areas of wicks. And and if it hits an area multiple times, price is gonna get weaker every time it hits it. Same thing with BTC. I don't know. I don't really trade BTC like that, but I do watch the price action a lot. And as you can see on the monthly on the monthly time frame, we have this like big area of support. Also like, boom, these fair value gaps. And prices hit this area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 times. So it's definitely gonna break. And I hate to say it just because I'm bullish on BTC. But I think we could see break me not that low. We could see like this area right here. This is like a little strong area. I feel like we come in here. And then boom, we can come back up, retest here. We could see something like that. But yeah, I mean, that was basically the trade. That's all I want to talk about too. Just like those wicks, just like watch out for them because they can get broken. But yeah, I mean, that was basically the trade. Oh, we come back today strong. There's a little bit of news, so I won't trade till like 10 o'clock. Yeah. Oh, I don't even know if we trade. Wait, is today Wednesday or Thursday? Oof, we will see if we trade this because there's FOMC. If we see a valid sell up, we'll take it. But if it lasts till 2, I might not. I might just close it a little bit before then. But yeah, that was basically all I wanted to talk about. And peace. Yo, so this is the trades I took. I ended up taking 2 trades here. But I'll go over here. I'll talk about what I wanted to talk about first, and then I'm gonna write this in my journal as well. This is something to keep in mind. But the first topic I want to talk about, it hasn't really happened to me in a long time. But I kind of did. It happened today, and of course, like, you're going to make mistakes you haven't made in a long time. It just happens every once in a while. But this was to do with this. Well, it was mainly to do with the last trade. So last trade, or the trade I took yesterday on the Asian session, what happened? I was taking a trade based off my logic instead of what market was telling me, if that makes sense. So I was basically just thinking we were consolidating in this range for a long time. I thought we would go lower to fill in this range. And there was really no confluence behind that except the 15-minute inverse for value gap, which was really not confluence. Like, it was like barely any confluence, if that makes sense. And that's really the main reason I did end up losing that trade, just because I took it off of just pure, like,
how do you say, I don't know how to explain it, just like pure like thinking instead of like looking for what the market was giving me, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does. But the second thing was also what was the second thing? I kind of forgot. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what I was gonna talk about. But oh yeah, actually I do. It's waiting for news again. I did this Monday as well. I didn't trade Tuesday, morning session or New York session. But yeah, this happened yesterday as well, where I was like trying to take a trade off of before news, and you just gotta wait till news to come out. Even though I know it's like sometimes you do want to take a trade, but yeah, I mean, we took it before news, and it was a little L just because I risked like super little just because it wasn't like a solid support. I mean, a solid resistance zone for me, where like it had high confluence. So I took a trade off of this. Boom, out of this for value gap. It was like tapping into this area, and I basically entered like right here, 52 area. And then I had my stops at 60. I had my stops up here, but I ended up closing it right here. So like that's what I'm saying. Like I barely lost anything. Like it was almost nothing. But hold on. Yeah. So I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah. So I basically just closed it right before 10 a.m. news, just because I knew it was gonna be bullish, and I know that sounds like kind of cocky, but just because like we were pushing down before news, and usually when price is like pushing down pretty hard before news, it'll end up going up, and I like kind of saw that, and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be bullish news, so I just ended up closing it. And then I re-entered after news, which I shouldn't have even traded before news anyway. And we would have just got one trade. But I pretty much was looking for, or I like this zone right here. It's a rejection zone, kind of like support and resistance. But if you look right here, like we kind of have like this area right here where price just wicked out of it multiple times. Boom, wicked out of here, wicked out of here. Didn't really wick out of here, but wicked out of here. So yeah, as you can see, and then also wicked out of here. So price is using this as like a quote unquote resistance zone. In lower time frame, you can see that it kind of used it as support to push up higher. Right here, use that as support. Kind of went a little bit below it, but use it as support to push up higher. So I really did see this as like a strong area of resistance. I also saw this 4-hour inverse for value gap here, in multiple inverses, 1, 2, 3, 4, just an area of like, I don't know. But we also had a 1-hour inverse for value gap, if I remember correctly, somewhere around, where was it? I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, I basically saw that, and I saw this like little kind of like order block. You could kind of count it, just like liquidity of this area right here. Swept liquidity, SFP honestly, and then price pushed down lower, creating this little order block. Oh, this was the fair value gap I was talking about, this inverse fair value gap. Another one right here. Price didn't come into here. But yeah, I mean that was basically my thesis on the trade. And it's playing out pretty well. I have my TP1 just at the beginning of this fair value gap. And then I'll see where I take TP2, if I take it at the middle or this fair value gap. And then final TP is at this area. This area is super confident. It's like if we get to this area, I'll long this, like a long-term trade. Just have stops like even down here is a valid area, and I'm looking for all-time high. Like I wouldn't mind trading that. Like that's a good area, just because we have this little like consolidation range. And if you put this on it, I don't know where I put it actually. Right here. Yeah, this area right here. Point of control around this consolidation area. It's also the equilibrium, I think. Yeah, around equilibrium area. Also coinciding with, I guess you can count this as like a little order block. Like a liquidity sweep of this. Boom, swept this liquidity. It didn't sweep this one, but swept this liquidity, and then it's like a little order block right here. So I mean, it's a strong area for buys. So if we get to this area, I'll definitely be keen on trading that. But yeah, that was the two things at the beginning that I kind of like wanted to talk about. And yeah, that was basically it, and peace.